Hey, Tony Gaskins here, Car Chronicles. Want to get this video in real quick. Gonna be a short one today. I don't have too much time on the run. But I was in line with what we've been talking about this week about cheating. If you have a person who cheated or they are a cheater, one of the things that I realized that really comes into play that a lot of people don't really understand, and that is self-love. You have to get to the place where you truly start to love yourself. And what I mean by that is you have to look at your life and you have to identify your pain points. You got to identify your pain points. And so when you look back over your life, and I use myself for an example, and I look at pain points, I say, okay, at 5 years old, I saw my mom and dad get into it. And I saw some physicality. Not nothing crazy, but more than what I wanted to see as a 5-year-old. Okay, at 7 or at 10, I had to punch a boy in the mouth, cut my finger open on his braces. At 13, 14, I walked away from a fight. Walked away from a second fight. I'm looking back. Everything that you could remember in your life, it left a mark on you. And that mark is either positive or negative. And when you look at, I had both parents in the home. But for somebody else's story, it's like their dad left at 2. Their dad left when they were 6. They never knew their dad. Their mom was addicted or their dad was addicted. They was raised with their grandma, didn't know their parents. Anything that happened in your life, each thing is it has a different lesson. Each thing is negative or positive, and it affects you. And so when you truly think about that and you start to look around and you look at your present situation, what you're going to realize is that you may be hanging on to that situation because in your life you experience abandonment. You lost your father, so you don't want to break up with your guy because that's your children's father and you don't want them to be without a father. So you sacrifice your self-worth, your self-respect, your self-love because you feel like you have a void from not having your father in the home, and you don't want your children to not have their father in the home. But what you're not thinking about is they'll be better off not having their father in the home than having their father in the home and seeing you crying, seeing you hurting, seeing you getting an attitude with them and you snapping on them because you mad with him, seeing them coming of age and finding out what he's doing and that he's cheating, or that he's toxic, or that he's abusive, and they start to realize this. You'll end up hurting them worse by having him in the home than moving on with your life if he's unwilling to change or she's unwilling to change. Remember, invert the information. I just got to speak one way so my mind can stay focused. And then I leave it up to y'all in the comment. Oh, they go both ways. Duh. I just got to stay focused. So you have to look at this, and when you address these pain points, what you're going to see like, oh, okay, wow. All right, that right there happened. So what happened, what I saw at 5 years old, that showed up in my relationship at 19. Because although it didn't happen consistently, the fact that it happened, it told me yelling, screaming, fussing, fighting, arguing, that's a part of a relationship. So if that's what I'm feeling, let me exhibit that behavior. Let me express those negative feelings because I seen this expressed by people I love dearly. Aunties, uncles, cousins, mama, daddy, grandma. I seen this expressed in intimate relationships, so let me do this. And so that's what you got to address. And then you have to address, other things that have happened to you. If you were violated, if you were taken advantage of, if you were mistreated, and you kept living, you kept going, you kept pushing, what that did is it taught you how to deal with pain. What it did is it made your threshold of pain greater. So what happens is, what that means is, man, this dude just standing here talking, having a full conversation, but he not on the phone. He going off on the tree. Oh Lord. He just cussed the tree out. Lord, keep me safe. Lord, that's my goals, Lord. See, sometimes y'all be thinking it's discrimination when people be locking their doors on people of color, but look, I lock my doors on people of color. Quick. You hear me? Because if you look suspicious, hey, I don't care if you hit a lock. All right? And come on here now. I got something for you. I'm lying. I ain't even got nothing in here with me right now. Y'all got to forgive me. I saw the man cussing the tree out. I was like, oh, Lord, he probably finna hear my engine and come over here and go to cussing me out. And then I got to lay this man down, and he ain't all the way where he need to be. But back to the conversation, what I was saying is you have to look at your life, and when you notice these pain points, what you're going to realize is this increased your threshold of pain. So now, because of what happened to you at 3 years old at the hands of your uncle, your grandfather, the next door neighbor, what happened to you at 8, what happened to you at 10, 11, 16, 17. See, some of these things have increased your threshold of pain. So now that you're in this relationship and this man is doing you wrong, you rolling with the punches, you dealing with it, you going through it, and you putting up with it because that's all you know is pain. And see, you got to address that. And that's where you address it in therapy and or coaching, and you learn that, yes, you experienced that, but that's not normal. Yes, you went through that, but that's not what you deserve. Yes, that happened to you, but that's not your life. That's not your future. That's not you. That was a moment in time. You can heal. You can grow. You can turn that pain into purpose. You can do something with that. So you have to understand, and you got to sit down and you got to evaluate your life. And you got to look at what you putting up with now, and then realize that it's coming from what you experience. See, this is the thing. You got some women who they grew up in a way to where they were not desired by the boys. In elementary, in middle school, in high school, they could have been cool with them. They could have been class president. They could have been all of this, but the dudes that was the did not want her for whatever reason. And so it's some of those women grow up and finally get them a man. Get them a man, and they almost feel like they could run the man. Or they feel like things going good with the man. The man might have a good job. The man might have a position of power or status. And because she doesn't feel like a looker, because she didn't get attention from men, she now doesn't believe in herself and in her beauty. She doesn't truly believe she's beautiful. So she with this man, and the man might even be a little looks challenged. Or he might not be looks challenged, but he might, be what you call handsome, but he might not be worth nothing. He might not keep a job. He might not do right. He might be cheating. But here this woman is, she puts up with it and she deals with it because she feel like, listen, if I leave, who else gonna want me? I ain't been wanted all my life. I ain't been desired all my life. I might as well make this work. Yeah, he done cheated. Y'all done called him cheating last year. Called him cheating this year. But it was only emotional. It was only emotional. So he says. And maybe if it was physical, but I don't know for a fact that it was physical, so I might as well stay and just keep dealing with this emotional cheating because I don't want to start all over. I don't want to be a single mom. I don't want him to be a weekend dad. I don't know if I'm going to meet somebody else. I don't know if another man going to want me. I'm not pretty enough to be just walking off on a man. That's easy for Cherie Gaskins. She could just walk out on Tony Gaskins when he went back to the streets because, I think she beautiful. And I think a man gonna want her. So she got options. I don't feel like I have options. I got to deal with what I got. I got to just accept who God sent me. And so some people go to giving themselves this narrative and then comparing themselves to other people and lying to themselves. Because a lot of women who think they're attractive, look like this seatbelt handle. A lot of women who think they're attractive look like this seatbelt handle. I don't even know what that look like. And then a lot of women who sleep on themselves and saying that, oh, this wrong with me, that wrong with me, and don't like the way they look or got insecurities, actually is naturally beautiful. So a lot of times you're lying to yourself and don't even know you're lying to yourself. But don't ask me now. Don't ask me, because I cannot lie. Please don't ask me. But that, and again, regardless of what I say, I'm just one person. So I might think somebody naturally beautiful, but I can't speak for the next man. The next man might think a woman is unattractive. He can't speak for me. So when it comes to looks and stuff, that stuff's subjective. It's subjective. So you cannot beat yourself up when it comes to having kids and saying, oh, I got 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, 7 kids, nobody gonna want me. It's a man out there that he has a dream of having his own football team, and you got 11 kids, and they all is in the same, they all 1 year apart, so they all could play on the same team. But they can't really play on the same team because 111, 1 is 1. But you get what I'm saying? He at least got a nucleus of 3 or 4 that could play on the same team because you got these kids. And he like, yes, man, I'm finna do like the Serena sister, the Williams sister, Serena and Venus with your kid. Okay, these 2 right here gonna be Serena and Venus. All right, these 2 right here finna be Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. Okay, these 2 right here finna be the Morris twins, cause they decently athletic, but they ain't superstar. These gonna be like the Morris twins in the NBA. And these 2 right here finna be like these. You see what I mean? So this man got dreams for your kids. You thought you up the creek without a paddle. You thought your life over. And this man come and show you a vision for your kids. And now y'all investing in your kids. Now next thing you know, your kids millionaires. They millionaires. And this one right here, he not athletic at all. So we gonna have him like gifted hands and get him a movie like Ben Carson. You see what I mean? He got vision for your kids because he ain't got kids, or he got kids, but his baby mamas took his kids. Fed up with him, took his kids, so he don't even have interaction with his kids, so he want to love yours. You see what I'm saying? And I know men like that. I know men like that. Then get with a woman with 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, and love them kids just like his own. So understand, like, you cannot just stay with somebody because you fear starting over, because you fear the unknown, because you fear, being a single mom. That's not a good enough reason to be cheated on, beated on, that's a word, and mistreated and dogged out. It's not a good enough reason. Like, your life, you're gonna be miserable. You're gonna be broke, busted, and disgusted. When if you just let go of that toxicity, what God got for you on the other side is blessings that's gonna abound bountifully, abundantly. You see what I mean? But you have to release that situation, because you can't operate from fear, because that fear gonna keep you in bondage. It's gonna keep you stuck. And with you being stuck right there, you cannot grow. You cannot move forward. And you blocking your blessings because you feel like it's nothing better for you. But you could release that situation. You could let go, and then immediately, bam, 6 months later, 3 months later, you meet Prince Charming. And you in a situation and you blessed and highly favored. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. I see I'm coming up on 15 minutes, so this is a good time to stop. God bless you. I don't know if I have a part 2 or part 3 for this, but we'll talk soon.